What's up, guys? Welcome back to another Destiny 2 video. Obviously, there's a lot of weapons and a lot of activities that have came into Warmind, and basically I've been just playing around with a lot of different weapons inside of the Crucible just to see what's good, what's not good, and whatnot. But in this video, we'll be going over the new Iron Banner Sidearm, the Allied Demand. Now, how to obtain this weapon, you must hit rank 5 in the Iron Banner, which will take about 100 Iron Banner tokens to turn into Lord Saladin. Obviously, we had the first Iron Banner a few weeks back inside of Warmind, and Iron Banner will be coming back soon. We'll probably get some more information on that in the TWAB this week and whatnot, but yeah, that's the way you get it. Let's go over his perks. So it comes with adaptive frame, a well-rounded grip, reliable and sturdy, 3 sight options to quick dot SAS, agile sidearm sight, greatly increases handling speed, slightly increases stability. They have the short spec SAS, balanced sidearm sight, slightly increases stability, slightly increases handling speed, and slightly increases range. You have the target SAS, sharp sidearm sight, increases range, slightly decreases stability, slightly decreases handling speed. You have 2 magazine options. You have ricochet rounds, rounds ricochet off hard surfaces, increase stability, and then slightly increases range. They have extended mag. This weapon has a greatly increased magazine size, but reloads much slower, obviously increasing, yeah, whatever. And then lastly, you have his trade perk, auto-loading holster. The holster weapon is automatically reloaded after a short period of time. Here's a summary of what I use and some of the thoughts on the weapon. So sight-wise, this choice is a little difficult considering all the sights have pretty close statistics, right? I would say if you want to focus on stability, go with the short spec SAS, but if you want more range, go with the target SAS. All the sights are pretty good, so all in all, I would just pick the one you're most comfortable using, to be honest. Magazine-wise, I personally go with the ricochet rounds option for the increased range stability over extended mag because it doesn't have, extended mag doesn't have a lot of viability versus having better stats in a Crucible setting, I would say. I think it only gives you 2 or 3 more shots versus you getting an increase to range and stability, which I believe is more usable in a Crucible setting. Let's go over its trait. Auto-loading holster is definitely an average perk in my opinion. It's good for things like PvE, especially on the Sins of the Past rocket launcher, which is the raid rocket launcher, but definitely not the most viable perk for PvP. There are a lot of other perks that I would prefer to have over this one for when I go up against enemies in the Crucible, but I guess we had to work with what we got. First thing, PvE-wise, I don't have any footage, but I can safely say it wouldn't perform super well. Just with its set of perks, it doesn't compare to other sidearms oriented per PvE, let alone other PvE oriented weapons. Auto-loading holster I think is the only good PvE oriented perk on this thing, but overall sidearms don't have a lot of viability inside of things like a Nightfall or a raid or whatnot, because there's obviously specific weapons that people have set out for those specific activities. Maybe it'd be good for public events and lower tier activities just to use for fun, but if you really want to maximize your DPS and its viability, it probably won't perform as well as other weapons. PvP wise, in the Crucible, this weapon performs fairly well. It's in a good archetype to be in, and aside from the Omlon sidearms, which are super OP, the 300 RPM sidearms are taking over. Other sidearms that fit into this archetype would be the 18 Kelvins, which is the new Anna Bray sidearm, the Rat King, and there's a few others as well. Cosmetically, I really like it, and the recoil pattern is extremely good in my opinion, but again, I have to go back to the set of perks, right? I believe the only thing holding this weapon back from being a great PvP weapon is auto-loading holster. Yeah, maybe you waste your mag on your sidearm and have to pull out your other weapon and you use that for a little bit and then you get it auto-reloaded, but that takes a while, right? There's definitely a lot of other weapons where you can stow it away and it reloads faster. There's the Peacekeepers where your submachine guns reload faster. There's the Mechanier's Trick Sleeves for the Hunter, which allow super fast reload on sidearms, and what is it, quick draw and increased handling speed and stuff like that. So in my opinion, it's just not super viable for PvP, but it is usable. Obviously I'm getting kills with it in these clips, but it's obviously not the meta. Finally, my ranking is a 6 out of 10. Overall, I believe the 300 RPM sidearms are pretty great, but the Allied Demand set of perks is just not good for a lot of situation engagements in general. Obviously, again, to go back to usability, you can get kills with it. It's really not that hard to use. If you want to use this weapon, definitely go ahead. Just a forewarning, it is not the meta at all, so there's definitely a skill gap between this and something like a Graviton Lance or Vigilant Swing. So if you want to use something that's not the meta and actually have some gun skill, this weapon will probably help you improve on other weapons that are not the meta, I should say. But yeah, guys, those are my thoughts and a review over the Allied Demand Sidearm. If you guys want to know how to support me, there'll be a link below, say best way to support me. It'll take you to a 4-minute video. It's not Patreon or anything like that. If you want to check that out, awesome. But if you don't want to do it, you can always like this video, subscribe to the channel, share this video, turn on the notification bell, next subscribe if you want to be updated when I drop some new content on the channel, and then comment what you guys want to see below. I'm making content for y'all, so whatever you want to see, I'll try to get it out there as quickly as possible. I have like 30-ish thumbnails still on my laptop that I'm trying to get through footage of. Obviously E3 is out, and there's a lot of cool games that are coming out that I actually want to go over. So yeah, but lastly, if you guys want to join my Discord, the link will be below as well. We're actually letting people in. We have a few chat channels about things like Destiny 2 Forsaken, Anthem coming out, The Division 2, some things like that. We also have LFG voice chat, so if you and your fire team want a crispy connection with our server, like all you have to do is join, and then like just coordinate with your friends, enter a voice chat, and you'll be able to use that. There's definitely some stuff on there like Fortnite and obviously Destiny 2 activities and whatnot. If you want to check that out, awesome. But anyway guys, hope you enjoyed this video. We'll catch you next time.